The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki. Here I am. Hello. Welcome to the Nikki Glaser Podcast. We had a little bit of a break.
Oh,
We're back.
Yeah.
With one episode this week.
And then another break.
And then another break. But then we're going to be back again, 4 episodes a week. We'll be back to normal. Today's a very special episode for our right before break, before we start season 2. We have not only Andrew and Noah here as usual, but today we have a special guest, my sister, Lauren.
It's your sister?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Do you see it now?
No.
I'm like very
Actually,
soothed,
I
Lauren.
never realized your
Really?
smiles are so similar. You guys are born with like, you got,
What?
God, what I would do for your all's teeth and mouth.
This is from braces. Hers are naturally that straight. They just came in
Not-
that way.
But it's like big.
Not the bottoms.
Huh? Not the bottom.
Wait, let me. Oh yeah, you got dad's bottoms.
I got dad bottoms.
Yeah, I got dad's bottom body. I got a dad bod. Everyone knows it.
Got a dad teeth?
Yeah. Lauren, I have to say, right before the podcast started, Lauren just got a little cozy in the chair and like put her arm like on my leg, kind of like you just set it there and it was touching my leg and it was so soothing.
Really?
Like I feel like we just didn't touch a lot in our like we didn't get that. I mean, I used to make you like sit on me and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember we used to do that?
Yeah.
This casting couch? What is going on over here? What's about to happen
Yeah,
here?
you would just lay on the floor,
Yeah.
face
Or,
down,
No.
and then I would just like,
Oh, what?
yeah, put pressure on you.
I'm so autistic.
Time out. You were put pressure
She would
on
just
Nikki.
be like, will you just lay on me?
I always wanted my mom and my sister to lay on me.
Oh, like a weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sister.
Just like
Feels good.
lay on top of me. It feels so good. Do it
yeah.
now.
All right, lay on her.
I mean, we're basically on each other because we can't fit
Yeah.
on this chair.
Yeah, this chair is fun.
Aw.
Honestly, I fucking love this.
Can I
It's
get
a
on?
lot of weight.
It's so much. No. It would be too much. This is perfect. Now, like,
Can I
lean
get up
back.
there?
Oh, yeah.
Baby.
That's good. Oh,
Baby tired.
Yeah, Lauren and I are sitting in this chair, and usually, like, all our guests sit here. Carlisle and Anya have sat here with no problem. And this chair cannot contain
No.
2 Glaser hips.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
there's some
asking
hippie
to
girls
get
over
taken
here.
back to the store. The chair's hurting.
Andrew said, to be fair, one of you had 3 kids.
No, 9 kids.
Oh, yeah, you said 9.
It feels like 9.
Does it? Can you believe you have 3 kids?
No.
Isn't that so
Insane.
crazy?
Yeah.
You've been pregnant
It's
3
a
times.
lot.
Is your stomach like has it come back to
Baggy?
normal? Yeah, is it baggy? You knew I was gonna ask.
I mean, I'm not even 4 months postpartum, so
I know,
you
but,
gotta
like-
give it like a good year
Oh,
to
really?
get back fully.
It shrinks up in a year. It will come back.
Yeah,
to like,
I don't have any stretch marks actually,
What?
but I just kind of have like a little bit of loose skin. But it does tighten up.
It
It's
does go
amazing how
back.
it does.
it just doesn't
Like if
make
you went
sense.
skydiving and your face would rebound.
I know. I won't go skydiving. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
but
scared
if
of
you go
having a baggy
skydiving
face.
too much, then it won't come back. Like
if you
go
your
skydiving
face is
pregnant.
just gonna be.
Yeah, if you have a kid while skydiving, your
Lot of extra
pussy's
skin.
done.
So you have a little bit of extra skin, like you were. Like,
Well, I still
as-
have like a weight to lose.
I know,
too.
but like, let's say down the road, like, because you've
Okay.
been 9 months or a year out of pregnancy without being
Yeah.
pregnant again,
No,
right?
it's-
Have you waited that long yet?
Yes. My kids have at least 2 years between them.
This girl's turned into a Duggar. Okay, so you've waited and it does snap back.
Yeah, it actually does.
So when you see people like, you remember before you got pregnant and you would see like baby bodies bouncing back, like J-Lo. Did you go? I used to go, that's definitely surgery, which I think it is, because a lot of
Yeah,
times moms
I think it has
will
to
do a
be.
C-section and then do a tummy tuck with it.
Oh.
At the
That they're
same
just
time.
like, oh, you know what? Or if you go down there and you're getting stitched up because you had a episiotomy or whatever it is, they'll just do like a vag tightening
Oh,
while they're down there.
well,
Yeah.
I don't.
And you passed them
I would
off.
love
I
a
mean-
girl that cares so much, even makes a surrogate get a tummy tuck. It's like, no one's going to be fat with my baby.
And then they're like, you can have a natural birth. And she's like, I just really, I'd like to get a C-section. While you're at it, could you give me a nose job? And
I have a deviated
my-
stomach. I said that word so
Stomach, yeah.
bad. God
No.
damn it. It was a good joke,
it was
too.
good. Let's
How
talk
many-
about your face. You've had some face work done.
Yeah, I had 2 babies out of my cheeks, and it hasn't bounced back.
I want to know what happened to your what made you go completely clean shaven, tight man, down to the bone.
First time I've gone this tight since I did one video for like Vimeo for a friend where I was like, okay, I'll never do that again. Brenna was like, I had a beard and I was like, oh, should I trim it? She's like, you know what I want? I was like, oh, all the way? And I think she meant the clippers. And I was like, I'll show you. And boy, did I show
She
her.
went all the way, like
All the face hair off. And I was worried my jaw.
But wait, what's the difference
difference?
between shaving and all
Clippers,
the face hair
yeah.
off?
Okay, so clippers, if you go bare or bald, it'll get there, but it's not like smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and when you don't shave your face it's been almost 10 years.
Does his face remind you of a fresh baby's bottom that you pass through to make you want to swaddle it?
A little bit. But I mean, you can see like the dark.
Yes.
That you can see your hair follicles.
Yeah, you can see it coming through.
Well, this has been 2 days now.
Because you're just going trying to get it out.
Push it out, and I just keep shitting my pants.
That shit coming out of your face.
I'll bounce back. No, so I'm just worried that I think it's in my mind, but it's like it's like anything. Like if you didn't shave your legs or maybe not your legs, but wherever you have
I'm always worried when I shave my legs. I have too much skin, too much face skin on my legs. I see it. You came up last night to grab a cord or something, and you're always grabbing cords. You come up to grab cords.
I'm like, hey Nikki, your door open? I gotta grab a cord and a tire iron.
You come up to grab like a noose, and I'm like, it's all right there.
Can I use your balcony?
You came up yesterday, and then whenever you have freshly shaved your face, you kind of creep in like a girl with a new haircut, like
bangs.
Look at what I did.
A little nervous.
And you looked like a fresh face. Did you do it yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I with a razor and I put shaving cream on. That whole process is fun for a man. I get it. Like, oh, I'm going to my job. I'm gonna put my shaving cream.
Do you do aftershave? And do you
do that? Yeah, I go, where are my parents? Where are they? Why is Joe Pesci here?
Didn't you think that aftershave was maybe the most painful thing that could ever be inflicted on someone based on Home Alone? Worse than even like a fucking iron hitting you in the head. Like, why didn't he just with those bandits just put aftershave dumped on? I thought it was literally like acid attacks.
He got us again.
And for some reason that was like so relatable to adults. It's like, oh, the aftershave burn.
Maybe back in the day when razors were more
joke.
dull and shittier.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to know a really funny story? My friend got married and they hired like this old man to shave the faces, like old school, like, you know.
Like barber, like
where they like sharpen it with their shoe.
Sure.
Like, and I was like last, or like I wasn't in the wedding party. I was like extended wedding party.
You were the pallbearer. That's a funeral.
It's the same thing, man.
The ring bearer.
Yeah, you were the ring bearer, the little boy.
I was the flower man with a fresh fat face. So so they go and one guy he starts cutting the face and he uses the same blade, doesn't clean it, and for like 6 guys he shaves their face and they come out and they all have like 45 tissues. They're like, yeah, we got a real shave. And we're like, dude,
God.
he fucking.
You're like, this is like watching the Nick. Remember that show?
It's more than Nick.
Oh
Nikki.
my Nicks. A lot of Nicks.
Dude, it was just because it's such a big moment.
That's another thing adults always do.
That's terrible.
Is like so much like that you always thought what you would see more of. You know, John Mulaney has that joke of like as a kid you always thought there would be a lot more like sand traps or quicksand.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like it's just a thing you see as a kid in cartoons and you grow up and you're like, where's all the quicksand? You know?
My grandpa would always
But,
have toilet paper on his
That
with
toilet
one
paper
little
thing,
blood.
I never do. I mean, I guess I've done that on my leg before a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Holy shit, that
But
ring is
razors
still
were
on.
like really
this ring is still
shitty.
on. And now it's starting to
we're
chafe my
we're
skin.
taking breaks.
Have you tried to take it off? Like,
Yeah, dude,
so-
it's an ongoing.
you need to just use some pliers and just like.
No, because it's probably like $1,000 ring.
Oh.
I know it doesn't look like that, but
But if you can never take it off, you can't give it back to them anyways.
they haven't asked for it back yet. Thank God. But I'm not going to damage it. It just I haven't tried to get it off. You know, I haven't
You
made a
haven't
concern.
used like soap and.
I mean, I've done that before, but ever since I tried one night and it was
Butter.
very traumatic, I haven't
Butter.
tried since. You're supposed to use Windex.
You tried lube? I'm not even kidding.
Do you have Windex?
I have tried lube because the other night I was using lube in my daily
Oh,
practices.
BOGO?
And
You were like, oh, I'll slip my ring off.
and it was injuring myself and
Yeah, this is
others.
really sharp.
and there was already lube involved and so I was like, oh, and now it gets stuck in my hair too. Like whenever I go like this, it'll get like because it's just a dumb kind of ring that has a bunch of little crevices in it, and it'll get caught to my hair, and I go when I'm like shampooing. So now I've just gotten used to like doing my hair like this. Like it's just a part of me that I have to deal with where I don't use this finger. I give hand jobs like that. Like
Lauren,
this.
have you ever done anything this dumb? Being the same blood and genetics? What have you done that like mentally was because you seem pretty like
I told her son the other day that his mom put a peanut M&M up her nose one time.
okay,
Oh,
now
no,
we're
it was
talking.
a Skittle.
Oh, I thought it was a peanut butter M&M because it's like the same. You know how peanut butter M&Ms are smaller than peanut M&Ms?
Yeah, but then that would like melt in.
I know it would have been better. It could have gotten it out.
Yeah, it did get out.
Oh yeah, Skittle up her nose. But that was,
It was on a road trip. I was,
that was
probably
a year ago.
32.
Yeah.
My brother put a bird seed up his nose. And he's more well adjusted than me. So
Like
Yeah.
a bird's a
What's the dumbest thing you've ever done?
sunflower seed.
yeah, he was like we were at a bird like a zoo kind of thing, and so we were feeding the birds, and he fed his own nose, I guess, and put it up his nose, and had to go to the emergency room to take it out. It's hard. Did you have to go to the emergency room?
No, it came
she just
out.
started freaking out in the back seat, and I remember laughing at her, and it just
I
had
just had to
snot
like
all over it.
push it down.
Wait, so
Stuck in the
do you
nasal
ever do
cavity.
things though? Because you're a mom now of 3 or 9, and do you ever do things that you're just like, that was so stupid, like mom brain, of like I shouldn't be a mom if I just did that.
Yeah, I like left the water on yesterday in the faucet when I was taking a bath, and I was like, "Where is this water sound coming from?" And then I look up and the faucet's on. I was like, "Oh, I left the
I've done
faucet
that a
on."
lot. Okay,
Was that after the
that
bath?
was just yesterday. No, that was during the bath. That I was
she
like,
was probably like brushing her teeth.
"Is the
or something.
toilet running?"
Yeah,
And then I just looked, and I didn't even remember turning the water on, so it was a ghost. So it wasn't my fault.
Have you ever driven to the ER thinking you were dying or anything like
She doesn't have
hypochondria?
anxiety like that.
No, I had to drive my husband to the emergency room in college because
Why?
someone sliced his hand with
Getting
a
a
knife.
ring off? Yeah.
Getting a shave before your wedding.
Same guy.
No,
Wait.
this guy like pulled out a knife and like threatened Matt,
What?
and then he slashed his hand, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And I mean, this was before we were just friends at this point, but he was like, "I need someone to drive me to the emergency room," so he got in the back seat, and then we drove him, and we were following directions because we'd never been to the emergency room in Lawrence, Kansas, and someone was like following the front. They're like, "Okay, turn right," and I was like, "All right." And he's like, "Turn right, turn right, turn right, turn right." Like he kept repeating the directions
be
in
like,
the back seat, like he was the back seat
Hospital
driver.
on the right. He'd be like,
Hospital on the right, hospital on the right, hospital on the right.
Matt
turn
got
right.
in a knife fight? Like,
Yes.
that's not like a thing
Yes.
that I don't know yet.
someone
Like,
slashed. Was it a homeless man or something?
No, it was a guy at the party.
was it a frat
And then
thing?
the cops came, and Matt was like, "I just got sliced with a knife." And the cop did not care at all. And he's like, "I need to go to the emergency room." And he's like, "Well, you better find a friend to drive you." And so
And he found his future wife.
That's a great story. That's like out of like super
I didn't even know that story.
Yeah.
My
He had a
mom
few
always
stitches.
goes, I knew
know, God.
that when I met Matt, they were just friends. And I said, Lauren, that guy's something. He's going to be something. You guys like each other. And Lauren said, no, we're just friends. And then I was right. I knew it. I set him up. It's just like,
I love when someone takes like, yeah, it
gets-
was me. It
yeah.
was my little speech there. Well, what was the moment you knew Matt was the one? Was there a moment, or is there a moment? Is it when he's bleeding on your freaking Celica?
they got drunk.
They got drunk for 5 years, and it's like, damn, we
Yeah.
got a kid. No.
No,
but
I don't know. I first met him freshman year of college, and then we started dating junior year, and we had a class together junior years, and I think it was when, I don't know, I just like saw him in a different light, and
I know, but what was the light? How did
dark.
it change?
yeah, it was
saw him
just-
without light.
It was a really
There
dark
used to be
night.
a joke of like, there's this guy that I'm not attracted to, and he likes me, and he's a nice guy, but I'm just not attracted to him. And my friend was like, maybe you just need to see him in a different light. And I go, you mean the dark?
So you saw him in the dark.
Yeah.
And, but seriously, like, what?
Yeah,
like,
what did he do? Did he like
how do you go?
Did he like roll up his sleeve to like?
I think it was just a
Was it just-
gradual thing.
Was it his palm scar?
Probably. No, I think it was just, I don't know. We just talked a lot.
Did another
and-
guy break your heart to go, oh, wait, this guy's always been there kind of thing?
No, it was actually, I was kind of dating someone else, but then Matt and I were having this like secret relationship where we were kind of like hooking up on the side, but not really telling anyone, keeping it a secret.
You mean
because-
cheating? You're saying
No,
cheating?
no, I wasn't, but we weren't exclusive. Like
This guy and you weren't
dating.
exclusive,
No. And so it was like Valentine's Day, and the guy that I guess I was kind of dating put like a rose on my car, like on my windshield. And he had told Matt that he was going to do this, but he didn't know that Matt and I were like seeing each other on the side. And so when he saw that, he was just like, he was like so pissed off when he found out. But I was like, we weren't really dating. We were like talking, and I don't
You
know.
and Matt were.
So when
No,
Matt-
this
oh.
guy. This other guy.
And so Matt was pissed, and that was like the final straw to be like, I wanna.
The other guy was pissed, but then we were just like, we should just make this
Oh, Matt
official.
left a rose?
No, this guy did.
But he was pissed about what?
No, the guy was pissed
No, we're
once he found out that Matt and I were like,
Oh, a thing. Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't
Oh.
like official with this other guy.
Yeah.
So all
right.
Hey, no,
I'm
no.
not going to feel bad about
Listen,
it.
Shots
I
fired.
said, yeah, I did it.
Just kidding.
I think you're being serious. I think you're being.
Just kidding.
Come on.
Just kidding.
Really?
I will say that when I was watching Arlo the other day, I had no things to offer him as like someone that has no toys. So I found this and I was like, guess who's inside this button? I was like, press it. And I was like, and he would just was like so confused by
Did
it.
he
was
know?
like, he's that best Bomb? And I was like, yeah, Bomb's in here. We don't know why, but Arlo has called my parents, his grandparents, Bom Baki.
Bom Baki.
So my mom is Bom and my dad is Baki, and also his other grandparents are Bom Baki, aren't they? But then
Bom
he'll
Julie
talk about
and Baki EJ.
Nora, his friend's grandparents. He'll say Nora's grandpa, so he knows how to say grandpa and grandma.
But I think when he first used that term,
It's like when we
he
said
didn't really
Mimi
know
and
how to say
Papa.
it.
It's funny
Yeah,
to think
it was
like.
it was a
Was he a
pronunciation
suicide
thing.
bomber in a prior life? Like,
Bom Baki.
it's never like something like it's like in my prior life,
Oh
I was
yeah,
a
everyone was
serial
always
killer.
Nefertiti.
Yeah. What does Baki mean? How does he even know that word?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what it was. It
I mean,
was like when
Bob
he was-
kind of sounds like the ending of Grandma.
Oh.
Bom, Ma.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who knows? Well, let's take a quick break and come back with the news. All right, we're back.
Just kidding.
No, we really are.
Come on, we are.
I know. I just want to quickly tell you about some tour dates I have coming up. Noah, will you tell people where I'm going to be? And Andrew will be as well with me on the road coming up.
Sure. April 8th, you're going to be in Winnipeg, Canada, which we learned has a very, or maybe not so interesting stuff to do. April 9th,
Damn, no.
April 9th, Vancouver.
Yep.
April 14th, you're at the Paramount Theater in Austin, Texas.
Yes, 2 shows that night. So we got a second show added. That is part of the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. It's going to be fun.
So fun. And then April 15th, you'll be in Irving, Texas.
Which is Dallas. I heard.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And then Houston the following night, right?
That's right.
Which is not Dallas.
Yeah, Houston is not Dallas. And we have not been to Houston or Dallas since right before the pandemic.
Oh.
That was like the first kind of theater tour shows we did. It was right when like things were getting squirrely, you know? And we did meet and greets, but we were like, should we? So I'm really excited to go back to those places. And
I remember that like distinctly, like of being on stage and be like, "Are we still? What are we afraid of getting a cold like COVID?"
and
it's
Anya
everyone-
and Matt were wearing masks, and we were just like, we're not doing it.
They
I'm
were
not
ahead.
scared.
They were doing masks before.
I
like,
mean, they
yeah.
were doing it back in 2003.
Yeah, when it was cool, man.
Yeah. I have not worn a mask in so long here in St. Louis.
Feels so good.
It feels so good. Are you wearing masks anywhere? Have you put one on?
At
Just in front of your
school,
children
I was
to pretend like you're.
I was wearing them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was kind of like looking at my classes and seeing if the majority of students were wearing masks, then I put one on. But
Yeah.
if
You have to make them feel safe.
but if a lot of them weren't, I was just
Do they get bully each other for wearing masks? If
no,
some are?
not at all.
Are kids like
They're very
my
respectful.
sister? In case you don't know, my sister's 18 months younger than me. You can spare all the comments of they look so much alike. They don't look alike.
Yeah.
Like
One's
the only
good
thing I want to
looking,
hear
one's not.
is
Yeah.
you don't have to rate us and be like you're more prettier than your sister, because I've talked a lot about how my sister's pretty. So people always go like, I think you're pretty. Like it's like we don't need any of it.
Yeah.
Even though those comments mean a lot to me, and you can send them directly to me at my email address. No, we don't need any of that. But you know what I do like is when people say we look alike. I do
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I
that
like that
makes me.
too.
But when they say you don't look anything alike, I take umbrage with that. It makes me feel sad because I want to look like her. But my
Well, I want
sister
to look
also.
like you.
Thanks,
So.
girl. My sister is a Spanish teacher.
Hablo español, me too. ¿Y tú?
Wait, he got kind of good at Spanish.
Porque
He's
estabas hablando mucho español en México, ¿no?
En Cabo entiendo muchas palabras y recuerdo más joven, cuando joven habla.
Hablas mejor que muchos de mis estudiantes.
Gracias.
You talk better than most of my students.
But they're like 5.
No, they're high
Shots
schoolers.
fired.
they're in high school?
Shots fired.
I love all my students.
We know you do. And we're going to take it very easy on this podcast. I'm very aware that my sister's a teacher. She would like to keep her job. I'm not going to make her associated with any kind of lewd talk. I want your kids to be able to, your students, if they find this episode, I want them to be able to listen to it and not hear anything
Shit.
bad. I don't
Did I already
jaywalk.
incriminate myself though?
No, you haven't said anything. You're very good. Do you want to?
No.
You want to take a little
no.
bit more of a spring break here? you want to move to Daytona Beach?
I really wish I was there.
I made a joke last week that I kind of liked that I might as well share. That my dad was saying that he was describing how they. Oh my God! Let me just tell this story real quick. So mom and dad have Marion, right? And they had Arlo. They were babysitting Arlo the other day because he was on spring break, and I made the joke that they were telling someone a story, and I was like, oh, he instead of going to senior frogs, he hung out with 2 seniors.
That looked like frogs. Did you say that? Really? Wow.
But that would have been good. I didn't want to be mean because they were right there. I was thinking it, but
Just your dad and your mom alone.
Yeah, no, my dad looks like a turtle.
Anything in the reptile world.
Okay, so then,
Aw, he looks good.
no, dad looks great.
Yeah, he's handsome for an
Dad-
old man that's falling apart. Shots fired.
Shots fired.
He's a liberal.
So-
He don't have
But
a
he
gun.
doesn't have a lot of skin down here.
Yeah,
as much
there's
as
not.
other
My
people.
dad has a tight package.
Well, he's never had a baby out of his mouth. Okay,
I wasn't talking about it.
your dad got a loose back.
So anyway,
okay, back to the
they forgot Marion at the river because they were like,
yeah.
they were like, they were so trying to get Arlo in his car seat and making sure that's okay. They pulled off and they're on Highway 44, which is like 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from their cabin. And they're like, "Where's Marion?" And they're like, "Oh my God, we forgot her." And so they drive all the way
EJ.
back. Oh God! Oh,
I heard
no.
Marion was like this.
Yeah, Marion was putting on the aftershave back at home. And
Call back Dan.
but I was asking what Arlo was saying, and my mom said that he was like, "It's okay, Grandma," or he said, "It's okay, Mom. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay." It was so sweet.
That's so sweet.
And
Bom
so they got
Baki.
back, and Marion was just sitting in the middle of the country road, right in front of their cabin, just like,
Oh, they left him outside.
just like waiting. And
Or her.
And I said, "Did she start running when she saw your car? Because she knows what." Car. And they said no. She waited until they came all the way back, like pulled up, and was just like, and just like got in the car. It's like that's the kind of stuff. It's like. You forget it. You forget. Like they were telling the story to the woman who gave me the rescue dogs. Who and rescue people are very meticulous about who they place their dogs with.
And she
They-
took him back.
and
She asked for Marion back.
she was making jokes about it, but I was like, it's okay. Like mistakes happen. Not everyone's perfect. You can, but they don't like beat her. They didn't do it on purpose. Speaking of, so I wanted to talk about a couple things. My sister's a Spanish teacher. She loves her students. You're on spring break. You are so good at Spanish. We're gonna see how good you are a little bit later. I'm gonna give you a little test.
Oh God.
Damn.
And I wanted to ask Andrew. Got a cat.
Got a cat.
Before we get to the news, tell us about your cat and how this came about.
Where did it start? I don't know. We were gonna look for either a dog or a cat. We went. Initially, we were just thinking, oh, we're gonna get a breeder. We're gonna get like a mini dachshund or something like that.
You were gonna go to a breeder.
Something like that. Like some.
Honestly, were you really gonna go to a breeder?
I'm not against breeding
Why?
because I think these dogs need a home too to find love.
No, breeders need to stop making those dogs, and you need to stop buying them. And those dogs will be placed. You helping breeding isn't gonna they're not gonna leave that poor dachshund on the street. Breeders need to
But
lose
then what?
business.
We should
so
just
they
never make dachshunds again.
No, they will be made because they will end up in rescues. But you should not be breeding dogs and buying. You should not support breeders. You shouldn't. It's wrong.
I don't think all breeders are bad.
They aren't all bad. They're not like abused, but they're contributing. When you buy a dog that's purebred, you are letting a dog in a shelter die. You are pretty much doing just that.
But if you're not buying it, you think that dog
will get placed by someone else who's not listening to my podcast right now and hearing this message.
Anyway, so that was in the back of my mind, I guess, because we didn't do that. And
I'm sorry. I just met with my rescue lady this week, and I was like, what do I do when my friends get purebred dogs? And like, the dog is cute. I don't want that dog to die or not like. But she's like, no, you need to shame them. You need to like.
I don't know. I don't feel that way because I've had rescue dogs. We've had purebred dogs. I think if a dog's getting love and giving love to their family, that's fucking a beautiful thing.
But it's not about the dog. It's about the practice. It's about
And overbreeding.
Yeah, people always
that's
go,
what I'm saying.
Nikki, you're
I
vegan. What are we
get
supposed to? All the pigs just. What about all the pigs that are just right now? So everyone goes vegan. What are those? What happens with those pigs? It's like. That's not going to happen. What we need to do is send a message that this isn't working anymore, and those people need to do other things than create.
I get that, but like I get puppy mills, I get all that shit, like horrible conditions.
Yes.
But if these dogs that are being breeded are very loved and
Of course, it's not about it's not about. It is about animal welfare. It's not about those dogs are being mistreated. Of course, breeders love dogs.
But also
then what
dogs
if you
are
flipped it
overbred
and said,
and
this is going to sound really fucked up, but then go, all right, let's just not adopt dogs anymore. Let all those dogs stop so the adoption stops, and then we just only buy breeded dogs.
What do you
You
mean?
see the
that
flip
would
side
never
of-
happen.
But that's never
though.
going to happen because there are stray dogs and people are. It's never going to happen that way. You just educate yourself. You're not making sense, and you're on the wrong side of things. You really are.
I'm just saying, I'm for it all. I'm saying adopt
I know you're going to get
or
a ton
breed.
of messages from people. If you have a purebred dog, I don't judge you. I really
No, I'm going to get more shit than you would.
No, you
People
aren't.
get nuts if you say shopped on a dog. I think do whatever the fuck you want. Just be happy with it. That's
no,
how
I don't
go.
think that's you.
That's my thought.
Well,
That's
that's okay. Then murder people because that's what you want to do.
I'll start here.
Okay.
So anyway, so I'm looking for a cat and or a dog. We go to Humane Society.
Mm-hmm.
We don't find anything that really like sticks out to us. We then go to stray dogs, which God bless these people because
St. Louis Stray.
dude, these dogs
Rescue?
are
I know.
like it feels like I got really sad leaving there. Like it's fucking that it's
That's what happens when people buy purebred dogs.
well.
I'm telling you.
These dogs were very mistreated,
Mm-hmm.
and like I can't. This sounds fucked up, but like whoever would take them in would have to have the most insane patience,
Mm-hmm.
and like literally, like you couldn't have a family around these dogs,
Right.
Like you just
Oh,
couldn't.
absolutely not. Well, that's not, Luigi and Marion are rescues. I'm not talking about everyone has to go get a pit bull in lieu of a golden doodle.
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying what we
Yeah.
saw. So then we saw that, and we didn't. Obviously, there was nothing there that really fit our needs.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So when you were going in this, you were first looking at dogs, or were you both looking at dogs and cats equally?
Both. And then we went to.
Was it raining cats and dogs outside?
APA?
ASPCA? ASPST? PTSD.
So
This is really good Spanish.
APA, okay, yeah.
There's a place called APA, I think. Whatever.
Did you get an IPA?
I got an IPA. I had to
Really
get drunk
hoppy?
to make these dogs look attractive. So I'm blowing this dog. Sorry, Lauren, and your teenagers. Okay, no, but like, I didn't blow it up. No, and then we looked, and there was actually a puppy there that we almost got. This puppy named Toad.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Who was like
so cute.
a mix, like I don't know what he was. They were the cutest puppy ever, but it was 11 pounds already at like 8 weeks. So that's going to be a 60-pound dog. So these things are tough. Like when you're trying to adopt, you can't find. It's hard to find small dogs.
I thought that you should get a cat.
I can't believe that you found how small your dogs are and like how I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
So anyways,
Did you go on Pet Finder? It's like Tinder for dogs.
oh.
That's a good one.
No, but
Yeah.
I'll take
All right.
that.
Well, you got a
at
cat.
this point. So anyway, so then we're like, you know what? I don't know if a dog is the right thing. I think a cat would maybe be more the play. And then we were like, you know what? Let's not get any animal. Then I get a text from Brenna, and there's an orange male cat, which very rarely is like an orange cat available, especially for adoption. And I was like, do whatever. Like,
Why do people only like certain color cats?
I don't know.
Black cats are so beautiful.
Oh, nothing against again.
You just didn't want to have bad luck.
I don't want. Yeah, that was tough.
So you got an orange cat.
I got a black cat. I painted it orange.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah, that's fucking a lot of money
And you
on
named it
highlighters.
Mango.
Named it Mango.
It plays fetch.
Dude, this cat.
We've got 1 minute.
It's like a dog that plays fetch, but on fast forward. Like, so you
It's just
throw
so
the
much
thing and
yeah.
it's already there back, and it's like for my ADD, it's like it's just like it's fantastic.
Is it cuddly?
Dude, this thing was sleeping on. So when it first got there, it ran behind the fridge, and didn't want any. It was because the last home, they tell you these stories, but a
it got
dog
attacked by a
attacked
dog.
it.
Yeah.
So I had my beard then. I looked like a dog. Shaved it. Now
the cat's relaxed. Because you
Chill.
look like your face looks like a shaved
I
pussy.
look like a dog that got shaved.
Feels comfortable around you.
So anyway, so now this fucking cat is like sleeping on my neck and like playing fetch, and I fucking love this thing so much. It's wild. Like I did not think I connect to a cat.
I know. I
And
want
it's
to
like
get one now too.
that, and it's like
I feel like Luigi would get along with a cat.
oh,
I
for
think
sure.
he would.
Yeah, he's kind of like a cat.
You
Just
feed
like,
it once a day.
It's.
You
But
have
I'm
a
worried about the
litter.
smell.
I'm okay. Oh, the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about the smell, but I'm so glad you got a cat. You named it Mango and I asked you what the name was from, and you said it's just the 100 top names for cats.
Yeah. I looked
Wouldn't
up
you want like a not popular name?
It was like 84. It gets the wheels turning.
Yeah.
To
No, you're
look at a
right. You're
list.
right.
And I don't know. I just like we almost named it Avit after the Avit brothers.
Oh
'cause
no,
Yeah.
no.
That's how people kept reacting.
And I never know if it's Avit or Avit. Like that's a
Yeah.
terrible name. Bad. Okay, we got to get to the news.
They-
Let's get to the news.
Yeah. So, anyways, Mango, shout out, baby. I'm out there.
I can't
I
wait
wanna
to
see
meet
him.
Mango.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh, it's Tuesday, folks. You know what that means? It is Tuesday. Hope you're having all the swells. Sorry about that argument about shop versus adopt, don't shop. Hope you're having a good time, even though after hearing all that.
I'm sorry. I just gotta. Sometimes I get on my little toadstool. I gotta.
Get up there.
I gotta get up there.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I don't know much, but I just know that it's a good thing to
You
not
sing
do.
the
But if you do have a purebred dog and you're listening to the show and you're mad at me, don't be mad at me. I still love you. You only wanted a good dog. Like I don't judge. I don't
get
care.
it. Yeah.
But
And
if you're
if you
looking for a
adopt
dog,
and you have an ugly ass dog that smells like
That
shit, don't be mad at
misbehaves.
me. I love that dog too.
yeah, we love that dog too. All
Both
right.
sides.
And you're a hero if you rescued, and you're not if you didn't. But still, your dog is cool, and I love you.
I also spent $150, which I don't know how that's adoption, but whatever.
It goes back to the animals in the end. All right.
So
now,
you did actually adopt, but
Yeah.
it was a purebred.
Shots fired.
Noah, what's the news today?
Someone wrote
really
that
did not-
actually. Someone did write that. They go, that looks like a pure breed to me. Like they're even mad when you do the right thing. So I don't know.
You can't win.
Nah.
All right. A woman who had brain surgery says she kept taking nudes in her hospital bed for her OnlyFans. She said, "I can never."
Because of her brain tumor?
She said,
Like it caused her to do it?
No, I can never bring myself to stop working, and I took nudes in the bed in my hospital gown the day after surgery.
Get it, girl. I'm a little worried about OnlyFans. And I want to just say to any of my sister's students listening who found Senora Green on this, if you are thinking about when you turn 18 of doing an OnlyFans, like, oh, suddenly there's this thing where I can go have income, please do not do that. Please wait 5 years.
Especially after watching, I feel like high schoolers watch Euphoria and they're like, I can make that much money.
Shit,
Oh my
yeah.
God. I'm telling
do
you
it.
girls, please don't
Have
do it.
respect for yourself.
No, it's not even about respect. please just wait for like 5 years until you know yourself a little bit more, because you're going to make decisions at 18 that are going to, and especially OnlyFans will haunt you the rest of your life when you have kids down the road. There are moms who like find your pictures and then want your kids kicked out of school. Like the ramifications of you making this choice about your body and all this stuff, you don't know who you're going to be down the road. Just wait a little bit.
And your frontal lobe's not fully developed, so
Until you're like 28.
But people pay for that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Barely developed frontal lobe.
yeah, it's
That's so funny.
Sounded like you got it.
Yeah, it sounds like mine's barely
Barely frontal.
barely developed.
Dude, so wait. So OnlyFans, what is the, like, a lot of people do make money, but then
Sure.
it's like probably 98% of people make like, I don't know, maybe $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like everyone thinks,
It's
I'll just show my tits. I'll make
Honestly,
$1 million.
It would be hard not to do if you were someone who didn't have a problem expressing yourself sexually and with your body and being naked. Like some girls just like, that's not, it's like the way that I talk about sex openly. Like I just don't have a problem with it, and I don't see how other people would. Whereas I look at a stripper and I'm like, how could you ever do that? Like I could never do that. And I kind of admire them. So it'd be hard to not do this thing that you're like, I don't really care, but it's not about whether you care, it's about other people care. And unfortunately, people can be really cruel about that. And so you just don't read Craigslist ads about, being moved down to watch Hot Girls Wanted on Netflix, and it will really educate you about the sex business. And
what do you
just
think
be
about
careful.
selfies in general, though, at the hospital? Like when you're like dying or whatever. Like,
I think that is very sexy to just like own wherever you are and like make whatever you are sexy. And if this girl, I do believe, Kim Kardashian got a lot of shit talked about her about being like, you need to work, get off your fucking ass, toxic workplaces. That was, I hated more than anything in that little rant she did. No one talked about the fact that she was like, do not stand for, do not have toxic work environments. Surround yourself with people who want to work. It's like, who gets to choose their work environment, bitch? That to me was the most out of touch thing of the whole thing. Like, I believe people should work and like, whether it's working something creative while you're unemployed, like always be like hustling. So I didn't hate that, but being like acting like people can choose whether or not to be in a toxic work environment. What are you talking
people
about?
got so defensive from her, saying they're like, I fucking work. Like their first reaction is, I'm poor. I work.
Stop talking
I
to
fucking
me.
work. You don't work. And it's like she could also work
She
hard.
actually
While
does
also,
work hard.
But
And
no one
by the
wants
way,
to hear that. People are like,
of course not.
you fucked one guy on
But I
video, and
will
now you got
say,
$1 billion. Like that's how people.
She always gets said that like she doesn't work hard, and these influencers, people just scoff at them if they don't work hard. OnlyFans. We know, just as comedians trying to promote ourselves, put up fucking infographics about tour dates and like
And shooting a reality show.
It is so fucking hard to like put out content. And not so hard. It's not backbreaking work, but I'm telling you, like putting out content is there. Even if it's just pictures of you in the new Skims collection, it's a lot of work editing the photos. Like a lot of work goes into it.
she's not doing that editing. Let's get real.
I will say that she's doing the photo shoots. As someone who does them, they are exhausting. They are uncomfortable. They really drain you. And this is not me being like, I'm poor me. I'm just saying I have to remember sometimes that my life can be described as exhausting. When I used to always think, all I do is get on stage and talk into a microphone. How could that be exhausting? I'm not doing like dancing. I'm not singing. Meet and greets, like that's fun for me, but all of it is exhausting. All of it is work. It's being on.
I think people get mad
I don't know how
though.
you do it all.
I don't know how you do being a mom. I described watching Arlo
she teaches.
as being 3 hours on stage because I could not go to the bathroom. I could not take a bite of
You
food.
go to the bathroom.
Well, he paused the TV and was like, well, you watch it. Come back and watch this. And I had to watch an autistic man drawing,
He was just so excited to be with you.
But that was different. Like being a mom, you can kind of let them do their own thing when they're in the. We talked about this, but like I did compare being a babysitter for Arlo, wanting to do a good job and be as present as possible. It was exactly like being on stage. You are like perky. You're constantly talking or listening. On stage you're constantly talking, but even active listening is exhausting. And
But you're doing it for
shout
like
out to all the moms out there.
hundreds.
I think
Next
people.
story.
I think people. Oh, well, I just think like people get angry because they equate work with being successful and rich. Like if you just work hard, you'll be rich.
No,
and you'll be
no.
and like a lot of the times people that have 2 or 3 jobs are even poor.
Yeah.
Get even poorer somehow working harder. So I think that's when people take a lot of.
Oh yeah.
They get very angry because they go, "Oh, I don't work hard. That's why I'm poor because I don't work hard."
No.
And then that's like
Working
that's
hard
where
does not equal money so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
of the time. It's unfortunate.
her dad was a
The class you're
lawyer,
born
all
into
that shit. Like
is the class that you'll probably stay in.
What'd you say?
I said the class that you're born into is the class that you'll stay in.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And people being like, I pulled myself up. You did.
There are a few
Luck.
exceptions, but yeah.
But you also had a lot of luck on your side. Okay, Noah. What's the next story?
Okay, I'm gonna need you to complete the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty experts warn: never let your manicurist do this.
Cut your cuticles.
suck on your thumb.
It's cut your cuticles.
erotic. Cut your cuticles.
Yep. And the cuticle is a natural feature of the nail and serves a critical function.
I didn't know that was why.
It connects the skin to the nail to protect the nail and skin from different kinds of infection. If the cuticle is cut
Makes sense.
excessively and there's a separation between the nail and skin, a fungal infection can get in under the nail or into the skin. Never knew
Yeah,
that.
a lot of warts happen from like that's where your skin. It's that stuff can get underneath, and that's where infections can start. Yeah, there's something about if you're a man listening and you don't know what like manicures are, like what they entail. They put this kind of like liquid on your cuticles, and then they use this little pusher thing after they soften, and they push them down, and then they cut them with this cuticle cutter, and they just cut them off, cleanly. Your nails aren't bleeding if they're doing it right, and they actually aren't allowed to do that. I think in New York State,
some states,
or like
that's
they
right.
should, because they can cut your skin and like cause infection, and
They classify it as
they're-
surgery.
So what do you do? Just keep pushing it back?
No, your cuticle will not take over your nail. It will stay where it is. It's just it doesn't look as pretty.
So if you tell a
it can
person,
grow up a little bit.
yeah,
if you tell a manicure this though, like don't cut my, will
They'll
she
do it.
look at you weird?
no,
I'm just saying, like I've.
she'll go. You know what? Sorry, it's usually an Asian person that
Oh,
I
that
go.
was Asian?
Yeah,
No.
it usually is where I'm just usually Asian people to say, "Why you old lady hands?" to me.
Oh.
Why you old
Really?
lady? I've had that a lot. Why you old lady hands? Because my hands would be shredded in blood, because I would pick at my skin and cuticles back when I like had more anxiety, and I would get "why you old lady hands" a lot, and it would be, and I would just go, I don't know, or
How are
like
your
why
sister's
you
nails?
blood?
How are your nails?
Lauren's
I
not.
kind of have old lady hands too.
Yeah, we have like the same kind of hands. Oh my god.
Why
we
you both
do.
have old lady
Wait a second,
hands?
let's see who's
Why
hands
you old
bigger.
lady hand?
I love this. People push up farther.
I'm not trying to.
No, I know, but it's just
But
like
you
a
can kinda do
natural.
it.
You have like the same. You have
Did you
skinnier
know that you
When
might
two
be a
guys do it.
lesbian if you're most lesbians have a longer, if you put up your palm, a longer ring finger than your pointer finger.
Well, I'm a
and
le-
most men have that because they're men.
Oh my gosh! Look at mine.
I know mine's the same way. Look at mine how
Yeah.
I saw another thing
I'm
on
very
TikTok
gay.
that means you have a big penis, and I'm like, yeah, right.
Well, let's take a break and then we'll come back with why do I care? Why do I care? Why do I care, Noah?
Actually, I care. I want to know if Lauren cares about this.
Okay.
Okay.
Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott change Baby Wolf's name. We didn't feel like it was him.
That's what they said.
Yeah, and
they
How
named
old
their
was the baby?
Wolf.
The baby
Before
was
they changed
born
it.
in February of this year.
That baby needs to get to work
Seriously.
and get off its fat ass and do some fucking work
Yeah.
and stop being in a toxic womb environment and
Someone
get
needs
out
to
and
filter that baby.
I
so
think
they changed the
that's-
name.
I think that's fair.
What did they
Not
change
too
it
late.
They didn't say. So basically, Kylie on her Instagram, she like posted an FYI for everyone because she keeps seeing
Yeah.
the name Wolf, and she's like, "By the way, we changed the name."
I love the name Wolf.
but she didn't say
What
what
are
they
they
changed
changing
it
it
to.
to?
And she
They
didn't.
don't know?
And she didn't say whether or not they're getting rid of his middle name, which is Jacques.
I like Jacques Cousteau. Wolf, though, I want to say is Sabrina Jaliz's baby's name.
Oh.
Wolfie is such
Wolf
a cute
Blitzer?
name.
Wolfie's cute.
What do you think about?
I think that's fair because
They were like, he just didn't fit it.
Yeah, I think that's better than just keeping that name for the rest of their life and always having
You just had a baby November 27th?
25th.
25th. No. Really?
Yeah.
I did my special the 28th, and it was the day after Thanksgiving you had your baby.
Yeah.
And I shot my special the day before Thanksgiving on November 28th. No, I did it on the Saturday. Never mind. Okay. You checked out about the date of your baby. That makes more sense.
That was unbelievable.
I was just like, wait a second, there's just no way. Okay, so the 25th of November, you had Forrest.
Or did
what's his
you?
middle name?
Did you really?
Lawrence. I did.
Forrest
I'm pretty
Lawrence
sure.
Green. And Forrest, I mean, is a name that people have reactions to. They either think Forrest Gump or a Forrest. And his name is Forrest Green. That's you guys being cheeky and funny. I am obsessed with it now. I really
But you
am.
weren't when you
No,
first-
at first I was just like, it's Forrest Gump, and Forrest Gump is slow. He's a slow adult.
You know what?
Like,
You
people
were
are
the
just gonna
first
think of,
person
like,
that
I
ever
like football.
associated Forrest Gump. I mean, everyone probably initially does if they know the movie, but
Right.
I think if you're younger than a
popular-
millennial, they don't.
They don't.
No one.
Even Emil Joachim, who is 24 now, is like, I don't think of Forrest Gump when I first hear Forrest. And so he will not. He'll just get that from people my age the rest of his life.
His
when he
like
grows up.
teachers will be
Yes,
like,
always like,
"Have you seen Forrest Gump?"
and he'll be like, yes. Fuck.
How did you pick it? Was it 100 top 100 list? But seriously, how do you
It's
pick
not.
why do you
I
go
don't
with
think
mango?
it's. I don't think it's.
it? Or Ava, dude?
I don't think it's top 100 either. But no, I thought I was having a girl for sure. I was
Yes.
like, "There's
Forrest
no
works for a
way."
girl.
Does it?
Well, they had a better name for girl than
It was going to
like,
be Olive. If it was a girl.
a better name for a girl. Forrest for a girl is not as good as Olive would be for a girl. So it was going to be Olive Green. But I love that you stuck with the color thing because I always knew that you were going to do Olive Green. It was my favorite little secret I had. And then when he was born, I was just like, oh no. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe they can come up with something else. And then they came up with Forrest Green. I love Forrest Green so much now because, first of all, I like that you guys took a risk and being like kind of funny and like having a little fun with it. And I also love, I was filming Perfect Strangers 2, which is what we call the other thing. I was
Yeah,
filming.
yeah.
Okay. And there was a part of it where we were asking the people like what their favorite color. It wasn't even, we were just asking them questions. One of the questions was what's your favorite color? We were asking to this cast member because he like didn't share a lot about himself. He's a very simple person. And so I was like, here's a hard-hitting question. Are you ready? This might like really, like, are you ready to really be emotional now and like really reveal yourself? And he was like, I'm ready. And I was like, what's your favorite color? And he was just like, and he didn't get the joke, you know? And he kind of just like thought and he was like, Forest Green. And I was like, oh, that's my nephew's name. And everyone was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you.
I go, no, like my nephew, my sister's last name is Green, and she just named her baby Forrest. His name is Forrest Green. I've never even heard anyone say Forest Green as
so
like a
funny.
color. And everyone was just like, can we move on?
Yeah.
And I was just like, but that's cool, right? And everyone's just like, yeah, Nikki, can we cut? We need to have a talk with her.
Yeah, and you're like, and Poppy and
Yeah.
Arla, and they're like, okay, you can, no, that's
Yeah.
not what it's about. It's not you. We're not worried that you're not naming everyone. At what
I love-
age
yeah.
though can you? At what point do you have to go? No, you're Wolf. We've been calling you Wolf now for 7 years.
I think 6 months. Like when a
6
baby
months?
starts to
Yeah.
like understand.
Maybe
when does
maybe
a baby
3
start to like
months.
perk up and understand its name?
I would say 3 months.
Okay, you get 3 months. All right.
3 months. That's
But
it.
people change. They go from from Andrew to Andy when you're
Yeah,
or
and so
Andy
he can
back
go,
to
he
Andrew.
could use his middle name. I mean, people
Yeah.
fuck around with everything. He could go by Larry, you know? He could go by 4-4.
Fofo.
Four-
Wrist.
No, what? We had our
Wait,
new
I have
thing
something to say. You guys are gonna really judge me on this one. Forrest's birthday is actually the 26th of November.
Shots fired.
Shots
my
delivered.
God,
That's
I
the
knew.
dumbest thing you've ever done.
I
In fairness, you said a different date though too.
But I
You
know,
said-
but I knew
you said
it
But you
was-
knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
I knew 25th was
yeah,
too.
when I said it, it just didn't feel right, and
because
it's the 26th.
if I would have done the because I was just like, I can't call my sister a liar right now about
No,
this.
you-
Like,
Oh my
You
god, we
could.
should post a photo of me and her pregnant. But yeah, anyway.
oh, it was amazing. I already posted it on our account. Remember
Oh,
that?
oh, yeah, shit,
It was
sorry.
so good. It was the night before.
Yes.
Andrew.
that was
ate
the
too much
night I went into
Thanksgiving food.
labor. Yeah.
Andrew ate too much Thanksgiving food, and it would literally had the same size stomach as my sister that was about to be in labor that night. And I went to the Funny Bone to run my set the night before I went to just.
And you went
Denver.
and she went to the hospital.
And Andrew went to the bathroom at the Funny Bone and puked because he was so sick from eating too much.
We both had a baby delivered. Wait.
Came out different ends though.
We got to do Reddit
Hence
dump.
my
It's
cheeks.
so good. It's too good today. We got to get to Reddit dump.
That's when my mouth stretched. Gobble gobble.
Andrew.
Turkey
ate
boy.
All right, Reddit dump. This is your Reddit dump.
Ooh.
Yes,
That was
time for
sultry.
Reddit dump. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple of these like tweets that show up on Reddit. This one is from the subreddit Me IRL. It's just people being like, "This is so me," and this is a tweet from Kathleen Barber, and it says, "You've probably seen it before, but it says every email I ever send." Hello! Exclamation mark. I'm extremely excited to be corresponding with you! Exclamation mark. You can tell by the number of exclamation points I use! Exclamation point. Here's one sentence with a period so that I don't come across as manic! Period. Thanks! Exclamation mark. I do that
So
every
me.
time.
Yeah, I abuse the exclamation marks.
So there's sometimes that these tweets where you just go, God, that's such a good comedy bit. Like there's so many stand-up jokes that would be like the linchpin of an entire special that could get you like on the map that are just these little tweets that people put out. Like your viral tweet.
Oh yeah, the one about the rapping, the exclamation marks. But isn't that part of your voice denotation? Isn't that the word? Annotation? I don't know. Doesn't it
Intonation.
already come up for you?
No, it doesn't do that.
Oh,
Like,
you
but I
say
don't
you actually
dictate.
say exclamation. I've seen you
Yeah.
dictate
Well,
before.
yeah, when I dictate, I say exclamation point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So my friend Bill Dixon, he showed up. He is a executive producer and writer on Perfect Strangers 2 and 1. And the other day I was on white people Twitter, which is a subreddit where like people have funny tweets from white people. I don't know why. I also am on black people Twitter. It doesn't make any sense. But so it said, his tweet is about 5 years ago I worked, and I just read the tweet. I've seen this tweet before and I've never looked at who it's from. And then all of a sudden I was like,
Oh,
my God,
really?
it's Bill Dixon. So it says, about 5 years ago, I worked in a restaurant and Ludacris came in, ordered spring rolls and sent them back. When I apologized, he said, don't apologize. Spring rolls are unpredictable. I think about this at least once a week.
it reminds me of like a. I can see Mitch Hedberg saying something in that vein. That's how it's so funny.
I wrote to him and I go, oh my God, I read this before I saw it was you. I was like, this is so fucking funny. He said, I'm a fucking star. He said, happened like 8 years ago. I tried desperately to make it a bit for like 3 years because it was such a like remarkable moment, but gave up and just tweeted it like 5 years ago. And like once a year it revirals and pops up on Moist Buddha or whatevs. He said, it's a good one. Luda retweeted it and is occasionally asked about it in interviews.
Can I be honest though?
Yeah.
I've very rarely ever had a bad spring roll. Like out of food, like I feel like, and I'm not shots fired here. I don't feel like they're that unpredictable. I always feel like they're within the same 5%.
Fried, I can't understand
that's what
why
I'm
it
saying.
would ever be a problem. You
Yeah.
can fry like shoelaces and they'll be good. Maybe that was
interesting.
shoelace fries. Okay, style of fry. Here's another Me IRL. Being new at a job is so embarrassing for no reason. And someone responded to it, said, someone said it feels like you're a new character on season 5 of a show. Being new at a job
Yeah.
is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
This is insane. Okay, this is from Technically the Truth, the subreddit Technically the Truth. The caption, title is, I know y'all are feeling about this. I know how y'all are feeling about this, and I am very sorry. And it's someone Googling high five emoji, and the emoji that shows up is the one we all use as the prayer hands. It is in fact a high five.
What?
Not prayer hands. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
I thought that was
This
thank
is
you.
from
So it's not the same pair of hands. It's two different hands.
yeah, it's two
prayer
hands.
hands.
Yeah,
It
meeting in
should
the middle.
be just two different like skin tones to make it look like it's actually.
Oh, that would be good. But this was before we embraced that, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
multiculturalism.
Oh, they should have a prayer hands for every one.
Or
you
just
could
one
be
hand bigger than the other hand.
high
Doesn't even
fiving.
have to be
I guess
just-
it probably only lets you high five people of your own race,
Or
on
maybe more of the
emojis.
arm to make it
Yes.
actually look.
Yeah.
No, it's a bad look. No, I want to play. I want to play the "My Man Just Gave Up." That clip. This is a girl that is on a podcast. And she's like a Playboy bunny. She has like bunny ears in. She looks like an influencer. She has a lot of filler in her face, and she is not a smart person.
just also say we don't actually need gravity. But that's a different thing.
What do you mean by
I
that?
saw someone do this. Was this a TikTok? We were watching something where someone's like, we don't actually need gravity. We were watching this with me. Like, we actually don't need it.
What do you mean that we don't need gravity?
What if it was never invented? Whoever created gravity, someone did, but we don't actually need it.
There
Like,
was
we
a
could have
time
just
on
all.
there was a time on Earth before gravity existed.
Yes.
You should know what gravity is, Trisha.
Why?
I just feel like it's important to understand the world you live in. That you have to know what gravity is.
Okay, well, you should know Sutton Foster, and you don't know her, so what?
Oh, I hate when people do that.
You're right.
Okay, so probably at some point in that podcast, also she had mentioned someone and the person didn't know who they were. And
Yes.
have you ever met someone who didn't know something like that? Like, she has a good point. Her knowing what gravity is probably not going to serve her in life.
Well, yeah. I mean, at what point?
Like me knowing what
Knowledge.
gravity is and
Yeah.
that it wasn't something that was invented
But could you
I just wanna
describe?
know
Could you
what she
describe
thinks it is
gravity?
then.
Why does gravity happen?
magnetic.
What affects it?
the moon.
I know, but like
No,
that's
but
all
I,
everyone.
I,
I'm just saying,
but I
like,
know it's a natural phenomenon. I know that no one invented it. That's the thing that I'm
Yes.
like. When some people think that something is that, like, I'm like, but I would have asked her, what do you think it is then? Like, there are like towers that create it. Like, I don't know. Maybe she does.
I mean, does gravity have a TikTok? I don't
Was she
think so.
thinking like God created gravity? Is that where she was going with that?
No, I
Or
think
should-
she thinks it's like. I bet she thinks Edison or whatever created
it's like the
electricity.
light bulb. Yeah.
When really it was the like she probably thinks like it was whoever discovered it. Who I think it was Sir Isaac Newton, right?
What, gravity?
Yeah, with like an apple
yeah.
or whatever.
John Mayer.
Gravity.
I just created it. What
Okay,
else have I done?
this is a really sad one. Noah, play the guy who uses it. This is from Cringetopia subreddit. Guy who uses an MP3 file to pretend he's at a college party. So this guy is pretending to be drunk and he's filming like a selfie video. And in the background, you hear a lot of party chatter and it sounds real until you realize it's a track of a party and he's acting like he's at a party. So listen in.
Do you people think I'm drunk? Nah, I ain't drunk. No, it's all good though, trust me. If I was drunk, I would know about it. Wow. No, but I'm just having a good time, living college. This is what college is about. So, but I do appreciate, thank you guys for supporting my channel.
It just makes me so
wait,
sad.
it's a guy.
It looks like this.
How did they
sorry.
find out that it was a track?
I mean, because
No.
I think someone found the track or someone just, once you start listening to it, you go, like really paying attention. It's not a good look. Have you ever done,
Okay.
I mean, we've all done things to seem cool. I want to say that that's cool, but it's so sad
Yeah, I don't
that
even think
it's
it's
not
cuh.
cool.
I don't
It's
even
not
think
cuh.
it's cuh. It's just, it's cruh.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, I think I've done things to seem like more popular, maybe back
for sure.
in the day. It's just, or caught someone like pretending like they went to a party that weekend, but there used to be this thing in high school where like pretending like you got drunk was like the coolest thing. To be like, I'm so drunk. And like people would act like they're drunk and you'd be like, that's not an alcoholic. I've heard stories of that. Or like I remember
They
one
did
girl.
That. They did that at my prom. A kid put O'Doul's in the first keg to prove, like, as a prank.
Oh wow.
Like, and we're like, great.
That's an expensive
And then
prank.
we all found out, and we were like, cool. I guess.
I've gotten drunk off of 10 O'Douls.
No
when
way.
when I first quit drinking, I
Yeah.
drank like 10 O'Douls and I felt something. It was like having a couple kombuchas, and not the alcoholic kombuchas. Like people always go, "No, you can't feel anything from kombucha." I go, "Then why do you drink it? Why do sober people love kombucha so much? It's because it gives you something. Just like caffeine gives you something, it doesn't give you. And I'm not talking about Black Label that actually has alcohol in it. I'm talking about regular kombucha. It's got a little bit of something. Otherwise, you wouldn't drink it. It's not delicious. There's other things that have sugar in them that are way better.
But yeah, people do that with oregano. Remember, oregano was like, "Oh, you smoke, dude? You high, bro?" That was oregano. Oh. And everyone's like, "Fuck, man, I'm still stoned."
I swear to God, though, so much of like getting high or drunk is based. Like I'll be around drunk people and I'll start acting drunk. Like I absorb so much of how people act or like, accents. Like we just kind of absorb your environment. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to test Lauren on. I'm going to ask her, wait. Your aunt is spending so much of your time. You have so many horseflies in the tent.
Espera, tu tía pasa tanto tiempo de tu tiempo. Tienes tantas moscas de caballo en tu carpa.
Damn, girl.
Or in la carpa, not your tent.
Well, in French, this is how it is.
Many horseflies in the tent. Attends, t'en as autant de temps dans la tente.
Donk, 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 donk. That's what I hear.
There's something like that in Spanish with como, because como can mean how, and como can mean I eat,
And
and
do
then
you talk
como
about-
can also mean like.
Do you ever do like the Mayor Cuomo?
They're
Or,
called like trabalenguas,
Cuomo,
like tongue
como?
twisters in Spanish.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. That's
Donk,
cute.
donk, donk, donk. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, let's go into final thought. I just want to give you. I used to do this thing. Taylor McGraw, one of my best friends, and I used to always go into. We'd spend our contact period, which was like a 20-minute period between second and third hour, where you're supposed to like go visit teachers to like learn things, or just like people would just socialize. But we would go into Hair Anderson, who you still work with, right?
This is his last year.
Oh
He's
my God!
retiring.
Well, we used to go to Hair Anderson's
The name of
classroom.
His name was Hair.
You know, it's Mr.
Hair, it's
German.
German. It's German for mystery. Yeah.
So Hair Anderson's room, and he does have nice hair though, really good hair, a strong
He does, yeah.
line, a strong hairline. And we would go into his classroom and we would quiz him on like really weird words to be like, "How good are you?" And so we would just throw weird words at him to like stump him. So can I try to stump you?
You're probably going to be able to stump me.
I know because there's lots of words that like you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But okay. Corkscrew.
Oh, sacacorchos.
Okay, I know that one.
I didn't know.
Bunk bed.
No sé.
We stumped her. You got any ones?
Bunk bed.
Dolphin tail.
Oh, I see.
Oh, la cola de delfín.
Oh, la
All right.
cola del delfín. You don't even know English words.
Yeah.
He's being stumped English wise.
Oh, is that not the game? I just thought I was thinking of any word.
Bronze oatmeal bowl.
Oh, that's easy because it's just going to be un bol de los cereales bronceado.
What about avena?
Avenas, yeah, oats.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I bought a lot of
Xylo-
oatmeal in
xylophone.
in Mexico.
Xylophone.
Ooh, xylophone.
I think it's
Yeah, a lot of these words that are.
xylofono. You're giving me a lot of Latin-rooted words. That's kind of
got
easy.
it. The charging cable for my old transistor radio.
El cable de cargador para mi viejo, or mi antiguo radio.
Okay, this is a boring
Transistor.
segment
Wait,
for
I
a
have
podcast.
one. I have one.
Okay, yeah,
Can I
this
ask
is
one?
pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a hot dog at the library.
Yo conocí un perrito caliente en la biblioteca.
Wait, what was something hot? Oh, a dog hot?
Perrito caliente
You
is a hot
literally
dog.
say a dog that's hot?
A little hot dog, yeah.
But like, what if people think that, like, what if you're saying my dog is hot and you take him to the vet?
No, then you would say mi perro tiene calor.
Wait, okay, so what about
caliente
my
versus-
dog ate a hot dog and now he's hot?
Mi perro comió un perrito caliente y entonces tiene calor.
What about my
yeah.
sexy dog ate a hot dog and now he's sexy?
Now he's a dog that's hot.
And he's more sexy.
What about a hot dog that?
Because caliente, isn't that hot?
Yeah, but they just say sexy too. Sexy is
So
like a word
when
that's
you
been
say that a
adopted.
dog is hot, why are you saying a different word?
Because I was thinking that like he's like overheating.
No,
hot.
he's sexy. So my sexy dog ate a hot dog and now he's more sexy. Say it.
Now
Say
he's
it,
a
bitch.
more sexy dog.
Mi perro sexy comió
No,
un...
caliente.
Well, okay, fine.
I feel like I'm like Arlo, like caliente.
Okay, mi perro caliente comió un perrito caliente y ahora
Muy caliente.
es muy caliente.
Es muy caliente.
I like that sentence.
Lauren, is there anything, we have a lot of parents listening in that have small children who are obviously going to be going to school or are in school. Is there anything you could say as a parent to a student that you would like to say?
As a teacher, or just
Yeah,
as a
teacher,
parent?
as a teacher.
Oh, I mean,
Or-
the kids that are so respectful and nice and sweet make all the difference in the class. So if you teach your
Pleases
kids,
and thank yous.
yes.
So many kids don't say please and thank you. I realized that
And
when I
they
was
just
giving out
don't-
Halloween candy.
They don't have like the reverie or respect for adults. Like they just look at us like you don't like. They just don't. They look at you like you're like they treat you like they're your peer.
Yeah, what
almost.
happened to being scared of adults? I was scared of literally every adult, and I would have done anything any of them told me to.
I was in the middle, probably.
Yeah,
I
You
pissed off a
challenged
lot of
authority.
teachers. I pissed off a lot.
kids.
Well,
in
I
my
think
class
that
who used to
I
be able to do
mean,
that.
if they're being disrespected, yeah, I can see that. But
I
just
wasn't
the common
disrespectful to
decency
them. I did call one
towards
teacher a
adults.
skunk because he had white hair in between. But he was being rude to me, so I just shot back. Oh, okay, skunk. And then he threw me
That's
against
funny.
the wall.
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
he threw me
though.
hard against the
Did
wall.
anyone
Oh my
else
God.
know that he was a skunk? Like, was that a thing you guys whispered to each other?
I think if they didn't know, they
knew
looked
then,
and they were
'cause
like,
that's just such a good.
yeah, he looked exactly like a skunk.
Oh my
and his
god,
breath
people
smelled like the
must have
asshole.
laughed
one.
so
Oh
much.
no!
Can I ask a question? When you have kids like that, though, that are like, well, I'm too cool for it, and you're teaching and you're giving a lesson, do you ever like look? I mean, I don't want to put this in your brain, but I know as the lights are on, if I was a teacher, I would look at Johnny in the third row being like, like, all right, like, fuck. Like, does that ever fuck with you, them not paying attention? Or like them like giving you
Oh,
evil
this
eye?
is like doing stand up and you pay
That's
attention
what
to the
I'm
person
saying.
that's not
That's what I'm
listening.
saying.
it
like-
makes you. It makes
Is
you
it
like
hard?
want
Do
to
you ever
work
get nervous?
harder to
Yeah,
reach
what do you
that
do when
student,
someone
or-
is not paying attention or they're like, you can see them like not, you
I
know,
call
like,
them out. I mean, I'm like, put away your phone. Let's pay attention.
Oh, they're allowed to have their phone?
It's a losing battle.
It's
You
a
just
losing- yeah, you just have to accept it.
Yeah.
And they all just stare into their laps a lot. They're very interested in their laps
yeah.
and inside their desks. I'm sure there's a lot going on in
Oh, they just have
purses.
it out. They're
Really?
just yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
We
It's
gotta
the times
go.
have changed,
Lauren,
guys.
right before we go, tell listeners one thing about me that they wouldn't know, that you know because we grew up together.
You're very sensitive.
What? Really?
Yeah, you have like this, you portray this kind of harder exterior, but deep down, you're just a little squishy marshmallow.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's like the nicest thing you say.
So
to her.
sweet. That's all I want is
Yeah.
to be. We talked about
You're
like
a
our
sweetheart.
favorite compliments, and my favorite one is you're adorable. So that kind of goes into that of being like a little sweet.
Yeah.
And you're,
Aw, thanks,
and you're
sis.
eloquent.
Oh yeah,
Not many
graceful.
people that know that
And you're
like,
actually.
very graceful.
That would be hilarious if Lauren was like, she's really tidy. All right, guys, we got to go. Thank you, Lauren, for being here, my sister.
you.
We'd love to have you back. Season 2 is coming up next week. Get your friends involved. This is we're going to start fresh. All the things that you know and love about the show will be back. Couple changes will happen, but nothing that is going to throw you. We'll be here 4 days a week. We love you so much. Thank you so much for listening to the show this past year, no matter when you joined in. Come see us on the road. We're doing meet and greets everywhere. We can't wait to meet you guys. We have merch available at the podshop.nikkiglaser.com. And yeah, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you, besties. We love you.
Yeah, well, great season 1. I
Great
didn't even know
season
we were
one.
doing seasons until at
Yeah,
the end. I was
I
like,
did-
oh, I guess we're doing seasons. That's kind of cool.
I love it.
Feels like the OC with like
We've
30
done 196 episodes.
92.
That's wild.
That's amazing.
So 192. Well, I thought we were
November
impressive.
26th.
All right, guys.
Ham drips.
Yeah, have all the swells. Don't be and
Jack Dempsey.